Lucien Vale, Echoes of Aura, Swatting Crisis Reaction. Lucien Vale sat in his comfortable premium gaming chair, the soft glow of his studio lights reflecting warmly off his blue fur. His red eyes focused intently on the large monitor in front of him. The Lucario wore his usual black and grey hoodie, with his tail resting calmly behind him. A small plush toy, a well-loved Eevee he had received from a fan years ago, rested in his lap. He absent-mindedly stroked its soft fabric when stories grew heavy. 11 years had passed since he arrived in the real world, 10.5 years since he proudly became a United States citizen. In that time, Lucien had seen enough of human behavior to know that some darkness ran very deep. After Zoran Mamdani took office as mayor of New York City in January 2026, and the city began shifting in directions that felt increasingly unstable, Lucien had chosen to relocate to a quiet suburb just outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The move had given him space to breathe, a safer environment, and a studio where he could continue creating content with focus and peace. Tonight, with Nintendo's continued support, he was tackling another serious topic. He started the stream with his signature calm, growly voice. "Hello everyone, welcome back to Aura Stream. I'm Lucien Vale. Tonight, with Nintendo's continued support, we are reacting to a serious video from Donut Operator on the Crime is Fun channel. It is called The Finch Case, Extreme Fear and Death, all about the dangerous crime known as swatting. This one is heavy, chat. We will go section by section. I will pause and share my thoughts. Let's begin." The new stream overlay read Lucario streaming, the SWAT crisis, perfectly matching the intense yet respectful atmosphere in his setup. Chat was already active with supportive messages. "Glad you're safe in PA, Lucien. Heavy topic, but we trust you. 11 years of Aura wisdom. Let's do this." Definition and history of swatting. Lucien played the opening. Donut Operator explained that swatting meant making a false emergency call, often claiming a hostage situation or active shooter at someone's address, in order to trigger a full SWAT team response. Lucien paused early, his expression serious. "Swatting, I had heard the term before, but hearing it explained in this level of detail is chilling. Someone sits safely behind a computer and weaponizes the police against an innocent person. In my world, battles are direct. You face your opponent with honor, aura to aura. This is hidden, cowardly. It uses fear itself as the weapon." He continued into the history of SWAT teams, tracing them back to the 1960s and events like the University of Texas sniper incident. Lucien listened carefully, nodding along. "SWAT exists for good reasons," he said thoughtfully, his red eyes steady. "When real danger appears, these officers put their lives on the line every single time. They train hard, just like Pokémon trainers prepare for tough battles and gym challenges. But when someone abuses that system with a fake call, it puts everyone at risk, the officers, the victims, and the entire community. I respect law enforcement deeply. As a citizen for over a decade now, I understand why these teams are necessary. Swatting turns their bravery into a cruel prank that wastes resources and endangers lives." Evolution of SWAT and perpetrator motivations. Lucien let the segments on SWAT history and evolution play before pausing again. Civil unrest, tragic shootings, real threats that required better, faster responses. I get it, but the video shows how swatting exploits that readiness in the worst possible way. He moved to the motivations of swatters. Donut categorized them as thrill-seekers, grudge holders, ideological attackers, and abusers or stalkers. All of them used online anonymity to dehumanize their victims. Lucien's ears flattened slightly, his aura flickering with restrained frustration. This part hits hard. People do this for laughs, or revenge over small petty things, or simply because they disagree with someone's views online. They hide behind screens, voice changes, and fake accounts, never seeing the terror they cause. In the Pokémon world, we read auras. We sense true intentions clearly. Here, anonymity lets cowards attack without ever facing the consequences. That is not strength. That is weakness of the worst kind. He held up the small Eevee plush in his paws, showing it to the camera. "I keep this here as a reminder to stay grounded. We all have strong emotions, anger, frustration, fear, but we must control them. Swatting destroys lives for entertainment. It is unacceptable. Chat responded supportively, with many sharing how much they appreciated Lucien tackling tough topics with care. Your perspective is so unique. Thank you for talking about this. P.A. Lucario, keeping it real, been watching since year one. The Wichita swatting case, Andrew Finch. Lucien took a slow, deep breath before playing the main case study. The 2017 Wichita incident began over a petty $1.50 dispute in Call of Duty. A swatter sent police to an innocent man's home, claiming a hostage situation. Andrew Finch, a father, answered his door and was tragically killed. The studio fell quiet except for the video audio. When Lucien paused, his voice was low and serious, filled with genuine sorrow. Andrew Finch, an innocent man, a father, gone because of a video game argument over $1.50. That is how little it took for someone to ruin multiple lives. I feel that pain through my aura even now, 11 years into this world. His family still lives with this loss every day. The officers involved carry the weight of it too. No one wins in swatting, everyone loses. Lucien stood briefly, packing slowly in front of the camera, his tail swishing with agitation. I have walked the streets of cities in this world for over a decade. I know what it feels like to be different, to stand out as the only real Lucario most people have ever seen. But I never feared a SWAT team at my door over something completely fake. Andrew had no warning, no chance to explain. That is terrifying. As someone who has trained to protect others with my abilities, this story makes me angry. We need real accountability. He sat back down, red eyes steady on the camera. The swatter was caught eventually, but nothing brings Andrew back. This is exactly why I react to these videos after all these years, chat, to raise awareness. If you ever hear about swatting or suspicious activity, report it. Support victims and their families. Do not stay silent. Mark Herring case and celebrity streamer targeting. Lucien continued to the next tragedy. Mark Herring, a 60-year-old grandfather in Tennessee, suffered a fatal heart attack after a swatting incident tied to an extortion scheme over social media usernames. Another innocent life, Lucien said softly. His voice heavy. A grandfather, someone's family. Swatting is not harmless trolling. It is violence with extra steps. The stress alone can kill. I cannot imagine the fear that poor man felt when armed officers arrived at his home over a complete lie. The video also covered celebrities and streamers being targeted, including donut operators' own experiences of being swatted 5 times. Lucien nodded with deep respect. Donut speaks from hard-won experience. Streamers like me put ourselves out there every time we go live. We build communities, share joy, and talk about real issues. But some people want to destroy that. I have been lucky so far across 11 years. My aura helps me sense danger before it arrives, and Nintendo provides good support. But many creators live in constant fear. This has to stop. He addressed the camera directly, his tone firm and protective. If you are a streamer watching this, stay safe, have plans in place, build good friendships, use security resources, and if anyone out there thinks swatting is funny, know this: a real Lucario sees through that kind of darkness. It is never okay. Chat poured in with encouragement and personal stories. Lucien read a few aloud, offering kind words in response. Current status, school incidents, and legal outlook. Lucien played the final segments. The video noted a surge in swatting incidents targeting schools and colleges in 2025 and 2026. It called for stronger federal laws, such as the Preserving Safe Communities by Ending Swatting Act, so that deadly outcomes would lead to murder charges. This is urgent, Lucien emphasized, leaning forward. Schools, places where children learn and grow, where they should feel safe. Swatting there creates panic and trauma that lasts for years. As someone who values protection and growth, just like evolving together with your partners in my old world, this breaks my heart. He finished the video and gave his overall thoughts, speaking from the heart. Donut Operator did important work here. He shows the full picture without sensationalism. Swatting starts with a phone call or voice changer, but it ends in tragedy, fear, death, broken families, wasted law enforcement resources. We must do better as a society. Lucien's tone gradually grew more hopeful. I became an American citizen 10.5 years ago because I believe in justice and community. Laws like the one mentioned can help. Better tracking of these calls, harsher penalties for those who cause harm, and strong public awareness. Each of us can play a part. Report suspicious behavior, support creators under threat, teach kindness and accountability online. He looked at the camera with warm red eyes. Thank you for joining me on this heavy stream chat. I know it was tough, but these conversations matter. Remember, your aura is your inner strength. Use it for good. Protect others. Stay safe out there. Lucien ended the stream after nearly 2.5 hours. The chat was filled with thanks, thoughtful comments, and stories of how his calm, respectful reaction helped people process the difficult material. Many said they felt more informed and motivated to support anti-swatting efforts. Later that evening, Lucien stood by his window overlooking the peaceful Pennsylvania night. Rain lightly fell again, just like in his earlier New York photos still hanging on the wall as a reminder of his long journey. He thought about Andrew Finch, Mark Herring, and all the victims. His pause tightened briefly, then relaxed as he took a deep breath. In his 11 years here, Lucien had learned much about humanity, the good and the bad, the light and the dark. As a Lucario, he would keep using his voice, his platform, and his aura to push back against the darkness. One honest reaction at a time.